Yes, he's dead. Mr. Jeremy Thumpington Fines has been shot 3 times through the heart. Probably within this very room. Probably on this very carpet. Very nice carpet, by the way.
Thank you, Inspector.
I'm sorry, Inspector. Did you say Jeremy is dead?
His ventricles have been completely ventilated, sir.
And yet such a brief short while ago, Jerry was so alive. He was so terribly, terribly alive.
I presume this was a shitting accident, Inspector Dexter?
A what?
A shitting accident?
Oh, a shooting accident. No, Rector, this was no mere shooting accident.
But you don't mean it was...
Murder?
Murder!
Of course it was murder.
Murder?
Murder!
Murder.
And I believe it was somebody in this very room.
In this room?
In this room?
In this...
I think that's quite enough of that. Was it you, Reverend Roger Penworthy Hills, the rector of Twicknam?
How dare you insinuate such a thing? You may say I love the man in some squishy way.
Right. Was it you, Miss Sarah Penworthy Hills?
It was not I, for your information, Inspector.
You're quite a cool, as the Americans say, cucumber. Or was it you, the man's own wife, Miss Mona Thumpington Fines?
No, I didn't kill him, I swear it! Yes, I want him dead sometimes. I plan to murder him every now and again, often on Tuesdays for some reason. I even bought a rare Pakistani poison and a set of painting shears might have seemed an accident. But no, I didn't kill him, I'm innocent! I swear by all that's holy!
Protesting a bit much, if you ask me. Well, one of you did it. I'm gonna find out who.
I suggest you question Mona!
Rector?
Yes, Inspector? I suggest you question them both.
I always envied you, Sarah, I confess it. Your beauty, your coolness, your Wedgwood, your tea cozies. And my husband.
Rector?
Yes, Inspector?
I demand the facts about what happened here tonight.
Oh, who cares who killed Jerry? He's dead, isn't he? That's all that's important, isn't it? That he's gone to glory, passed over, gone west, put out to sea, kicked the bucket, cashed in, popped off, pegged out, curled up his toes, sipped those beautiful carpenter and cocktails. Isn't that all that's important? Well, not under the circumstances, I suppose.
Right. Rector?
Yes, Inspector?
Was there any tension in the room prior to Mr. Thumpington Fine's death?
Tension? What's that tension now?
Tension?
Let me think backwards.
Well, this is a bloody boring party, isn't it?
Stop it, Jerry, stop it! You're drunk! Damn you, Jerry, damn you!
Sir, you're a cat. There may have been a little tension in the room.
I say, let's not quarrel, shall we? Hellish weather, isn't it?
I've never seen such snow.
I find it so comforting. Snow.
Bollocks. Who needs a drink? Whiskey soda, man?
That one, Roger Dodger. Now there is 7 minutes to an hour. That means dinner will be ready when the clock strikes 7. Huzzah! I hope you made the cheese things. I do love the cheese thing.
The cheese things are scrumptious, I know. Bollocks! We found a wonderful restaurant. By the by, Antarctican cuisine.
Antarctican.
Roasted penguin. Tastes a lot like none.
Like none. Oh, yes, penguin. Like none. Oh!
We ate, and then there was none. Bollocks!
Now, have we all seen Prime Suspect 15? It's not nearly as good as 12.
Bollocks! God. We're not gonna sit here and make bloody small talk all evening, are we? Talk about the weather, what restaurants we've been to, and what we've seen on the bloody telly. Might as well critique the shape and consistency of human turds as talk about what we've seen on the bloody telly.
Spoil sport, sad sack, Limmy Boots, party pooper.
You know we're all gonna croak someday.
It was almost as if he had a premonition about his own death.
I could be a corpse on this very carpet at any moment. Beautiful carpet, by the way. And you want me to talk about the bloody cheese things?
Stop it, Jerry, stop it! I hate it when you get morbid like this.
My Does none of us read? Does none of us think?
I don't myself.
I can't say so myself.
Does none of us have anything of substance to say at all?
Well, I don't believe in God much anymore.
Roger.
I'm just making conversation now.
Look at us. None of us living a life worth living. We're pathetic, toothy, boring creatures with ridiculous accents.
Toothy?
Accents? What accents?
We're a lot of rotten corpses is what we are. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the terrible, horrible, awful truth?
Stop it, Jerry, stop it! You're drunk! Can you, Jerry, can you?
Sir, you're a cad.
Just then, the clock started to strike. The lights went out.
Oh God, what happened to the lights?
And then, on the final stroke of 7, bang, bang. 3 shots, probably from a lovely 45. Just a guess. And then somebody screamed. I think it might have been me. Ah! Yes, it was me. I can't believe it such a brief short while ago. He was so alive. He was so terribly, terribly alive. I'm sorry. Did I say that already?
If what you say is true, Miss Penrose Phillips, then the murder weapon is still in this room. Indeed, a vital pistol in one of your pockets. What sort of thing do you lack motive?
But we didn't want him dead. We loved Jeremy.
Well, I'm going to have the truth.
Inspector,
Rector,
I have a confession to make.
it's not your job, isn't it?
I have a confession to make to you.
What sort of confession?
Well, I don't much believe much in God much anymore.
Is that your confession?
No, that's not my confession.
Oh, right, sorry. Continue.
Anyway, now that I'm confessing, I can say I never really liked the cheese things much either. I can say that now. I always said I liked the cheese things, but the truth was I was lying.
I always said you didn't like the cheese thing. I've always adored the cheese things.
Must we discuss the bloody cheese things?
Jerry said exactly the same thing just before he was riddled with hot lead.
Anyway, Inspector, you can take me away, for it was I who ventilated Jeremy's ventricles with this starting pistol, which I stole from primary school when I was 12. It's very hard to say, I'll say all this now as a disbelieving Christian, because I know I'm going to be hanged, go into an infinite void of emptiness forever and ever, sort of paradise. Rather nice place, like Brighton, but without the tourists.
Thank you, Rector.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now, sir, if you'll follow me to the yard.
The yard? What's out in the yard?
Scotland Yard, sir.
Oh, yes.
Just one moment, Inspector. It was not just Roger with the starting pistol. It was I with this lovely 45. Thank you. Well, it's hard to say this as a partially disbelieving Christian, but I'm willing to face my maker, because my true punishment would be to have killed the man, the only man that I've ever loved. Stop, Inspector! It was not only Sarah with Webley and Roger with the starting pistol. It was I with his .505 telescopic elephant hunting rifle. I shot him, for I don't want to tell you why I killed him. It was the sardine sandwiches he had for breakfast.
Ew.
Now how I shall miss his oily little fishes.
This happy hedonistic laughter.
You all miss him, but you all shot him, right?
Yes, it's
That's
true.
better.
What's that?
I say, chaps, is there no man?
Jerry!
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 Jerry?
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear.
I say, I see you've been shot.
I'm afraid there was a shitting accident.
A what?
A shitting accident.
Oh, a shooting accident. Yes, well, the bullet seemed to have ventilated, but not violated my ventricles. Who are you?
Harry Dexter the Yard, sir. But if If you're not dead, I'd say my purpose here is quite dread. I've been rendered redundant. I've been having existential thoughts about myself. What am I to do with these dwindling empty days?
You might want to try gardening. Get in touch with her.
Excellent idea, sir. I shall take up the spade.
In any case, chaps, I apologize for my utterly beastly behaviour before the,
The shitty?
yes, that. All that rot about death and corpses. But you see, a few weeks ago I had a dramatic personal revelation. Because my doctor told me I had this ingrown toenail.
No! No!
The damn thing made me so bitter and nihilistic.
Jerry, you never told me about your toenail.
I wanted to spare you, darling. Funny thing is, as I was lying there on the carpet, ventilated, I crossed over to the other side. And I saw God, you see,
You saw God?
in paradise. Quite rum, isn't it?
What was God like?
Nice chap. We had a wonderful chat about Crime Suspect 15.
Was God like Crime Suspect 15?
God preferred 11.
My theological doubts are dissipated. What was paradise like?
A nice place. Rather like Brighton without the tourists. In any case, I lost all my bitterness. And I woke up and I loved it all. I love the snow. So comforting. I even love the cheese things.
Roger says he doesn't like the cheese things.
God told me he adores the cheese things.
God adores the cheese things?
Even the cheese things are part of God.
Then I shall love the cheese things with all my heart.
Mostly, I realized how much I love you all. Well, I have loved you all in a variety of ways.
Dear, darling Jerry, you're so alive again, and you're so terribly, terribly alive.
Well, looks like we've gotten to the truth now, don't we, Rector?
Yes, indeed, Inspector. And God bless us, everyone.
Cheers!